Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Studio Series Core Class Bumblebee movie Starscream. Now, honestly, I just bought this because I had a ton of lying around and I just got it on Amazon, but well, this is from one of the last waves of Core Class, so this is one of the last hurrahs of Core Class for Studio Series, so how is this? So, starting off with the box. Of course, we've got the standard Core Class packaging. So, we just have Starscream's name right there. Studio Series. Of course, it's from Bumblebee. Of course, got pictures of Starscream here. Back on in both modes. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. Like, there's a little backdrop in there, but it's pretty much just the Cybertron scene from the film, so. And we're looking at the figure. Well, it's just a little tiny version of the Bumblebee movie Tetrajet mold, and honestly, I kind of like this. Like, of course, we've got like 4 versions of this mold in Studio Series, because we've got Starscream, we've got Frost, Thundercracker, and now Skywarp. And I'm guessing they were hoping to start like a tiny version as well before Core Class shot itself and died. But honestly, I wouldn't mind like a Thundercracker and a Skywarp from this. So maybe they do them in like little packs or something. I don't know. But well, looking at the details, of course, we've got standard Tetrajet Bumblebee movie details here. So we've got the little, I guess, gunner nose cone. We've got the windshield, or not windshield, it's the jet cockpit. Even though it's a Cybertronian vehicle, so no one's going to look out of it. But I mean, he needs that for the chest, so it makes sense why it's there. The arms are just right there on the side. Huge gap right there in the middle. But I mean, it's a Core Class, but just got the huge tail fin right there. Kind of had the boosters right there over the feet. The feet make up the solid block, so you can sort of stand. Well, I was gonna say you can stand it like perfectly straight, but no, the wings kind of get in the way. Speaking of what, we got the wings, which are already like pointing upwards. Of course, the Decepticon symbol, and the bottom we don't really have anything. So yeah, kind of bumpy like transition to Core Class, but I think it's still kind of cute. Like, it's a nice Pokemon toy at least. And for accessories, we just have this little gun that just pegs under here. So we got that going on. I don't think that takes blast effects, but I don't have any out to show. But I want to try and keep this under like 15 minutes. So, but anyway, that's pretty much it for the jet mode. So let's put him next to the other Bumblebee movie character who was shrunk to Core Class, or if anything, like he was in Core Class first. So here we have Shockwave. So I guess they were trying to do one in skill with Shockwave here, which honestly, if Core Class kept going, I could maybe see like a Soundwave as well. Which honestly, that would have been cool. And honestly, I wish that they had done a Core Class Soundwave as well, even if he had that pancake mode. But yeah, these guys do look kind of nice together. Although, yeah, the Voyagers do look better by default, but still, these guys look pretty nice. And why not? Here's G1 Starscream. So you can see just how different these jet modes look. But he's still pretty good together, and if anything, they both have the huge like blocks for the legs right there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the jet modes, so I do a comparison with one of my big Tetra jets, but honestly, let's just keep it small today. So let's just get this guy transformed. So, to get this guy transformed, it's actually kind of, well, the transformation is definitely unique. I mean, like, the bigger version already has quite a unique transformation, but the way that they do it in a small size is definitely kind of cool. So to start off, I'm just going to push in the nose cone here. Undo the arms. Just unpeg from here. Well, it's kind of tight. Like, holy crap. There we go. So the arms just unpeg from there, and you just turn around. So we got the actual... So we just got the arms here. Well, this one is quite tight. There we go. Then we just untap the legs from here. And again, really tight joints. Don't want to unpeg the legs just yet from each other. So just unpeg the legs from here. Spin around the torso. Come around with this section. And that actually does foom it into place there. But that just turns around. And it just goes into here. And that forms the head. And then the legs, they just turn 90 degrees. The tail fin folds in. And the feet turn around. And here we have Starscream in robot mode. And yeah, the way that they simplified the Voyager's transformation is pretty cool. I mean, yeah, like there's a lot of things that the Voyager does that this guy doesn't do, such as how the wings orientate, but still. And honestly, I quite like how the robot mode looks. I mean, yeah, the jet mode was kind of iffy, but the robot mode looks pretty cool. And again, it sucks that Core Class died, because I would have loved a Skywarp repaint of this. But anyway, having a 360. Pretty clean back. You can still plug in the gun there if you want. The head. If it'll actually focus, you can see that that's pretty much like Bumblebee's movie Starscream's head, just shrunken down. And he does still seem to have, like, hollow head syndrome that Core Class tends to have. And of course, we can't give him his gun, which on the Voyager, it pretty much like covers the entire hand, whereas here it's just a handheld weapon. But still, that looks pretty nice. And as I stated, you can still just have it on the back if you want. So yeah. That looks pretty nice. And not really much else to say, so let's just focus on some of the details, such as this nice gunmetal on the legs here. So there's some nice detailing. You can see some more gunmetal paint here. And we can see that, yeah, a lot of ball joints. So, if you want, you can, like, dismember him. I'm just worried in case this guy becomes, like, really floppy in a couple years' time. But if we put him, like, with Shockwave, for example. And yeah, again, these guys look pretty good together. And it makes me yearn for, like, a Core Class Soundwave as well. I don't see them, like... I want to see them, like, doing a Megatron if they still did Core Class, but at least, like, I can see them, like, doing a Pancake Soundwave if they still did Core Class, but And here he is with G1 Starscream. So, you can see how different these guys look, but still... And of course, this guy's articulation is pretty much head, can turn. Arms are on ball joints, they can move, you can T-pose. Elbows can move, they can swivel. Waist, not really anything, but he can kick forward. You can kick back, do the splits. These are on ball joints, so knees, these can swivel, and feet can swivel. So yeah, you kind of still get him into some poses if you want. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about this guy. Like, pretty simple, but still pretty fun for a desk toy. I mean, obviously the Voyager's got a lot more going for it, and it looks better, but still, if you're a Core Class collector, well, first of all, my condolences, because Core Class is dead now, but if you collect Core Class, then, yeah, this is pretty fun, but, like, complaints, honestly, the jet mode is kind of weird looking, but that's about it for complaints. That's pretty much it for complaints from me, because honestly, this guy looks pretty nice. So, do I recommend him? Honestly, yeah, for like 10 quid, 15 quid, this guy looks pretty nice. So, yeah. It pretty much does it for this short video. So, this has been my review on Studio Series Core Class Starscream. And this is Charlie Young, signing off.